Hey YouTube, what is up? How is everybody doing today? I hope your days are going good and your lives are going even better than that. We're going to be jumping into the band known as Devin to Embers, which morphed into Worm Shepherd with their song called Ragnarok. It is going to be immense. It is a fucking experience. Like in the lyrics, it was one long continuous sentence basically on Genius, so I just split it down into sentences, but not even into sentences, just so you could kind of see it on the video type shit. And yeah, man, there isn't really much more to really say about it, man. It's going to be an experience. I don't know how much I'm going to break down, how much I'm just going to react to it, but I'm going to experience it and enjoy it. And I fucking love Worm Shepherd. I fucking love Devin to Embers. This is the last song on my list from those, so if you want to see anything else before I binge the whole fucking thing, let me know in the comments down below, man. But either way, let's fucking I'm so hyped for this, but I've been like waiting, like, you know, like purposefully waiting, like just waiting to hear it. I don't want to rush it. I just want to experience it in my own time and just like chillax with you guys and just like enjoy some good fucking music. I love his eyes so much, well I don't know why, but his eyes are just so freaky. Let's go back a little bit, man. If you don't know where we are, we're here. This is where we are now in the X. So, actually, let me just do that, man, because sometimes I know where we are, but then I start talking, so I lose track of where the fuck we are, man. So I'm gonna just like highlight it, and then we're just gonna go into the see where the fuck we are, where we're going, and that type of shit. It sounds so fucking awesome so far. I do fucking adore this dude. He is such a great vocalist and crazy, mate. But still, conflicting paths and an imperceptible continuum through the lens of the population. Like this conflicting pass and like something imperceptible, like something that you can't really see into the continuum, like going straight through the lens, through the pupils of the population itself. Unending frozen fallacy. I, the observer, the arbiter, the one watching over all, the accuser, the author of quietus, have turned a gaze unto humankind. As the kirk bells deafen and the sirens scream, the way of life warps my path to clemency. Like it's about a dude watching over, about a dude watching as if he were a god, as if maybe he's literally speaking from that viewpoint of being God and being like, I'm watching over this human race, now I am the arbiter, I am that watcher, but do I do things to mess with humanity yet? We don't know. I'm not too sure. Like, honestly, like, the way all of these songs are written and all of Worm Shepherd is written, it takes more than one listen to kind of break it all down. You kind of have to experience it as like a whole and then just kind of piece it together piece by piece by piece by piece. It takes multiple times, which is why generally I try to do this as reactions rather than as pure breakdowns, because it's so fucking deep in like in its meanings that I'd have to sit here and pause and pause and pause and pause and just kind of get everything down to how it's meant to be. So we're going to experience it. We're going to try to break down what we can, but first and foremost, like Worm Shepherd are top 3 deathcore band in the world right now. Like Devin is just a ridiculous vocalist. He's so good at what he does, man. Still, either way, let's get going. Man, there's so much happening, man. We got to hear around about, like, this is where we are right now. So, like, you can just feel the amount of fucking passion and pain and everything in his voice. You can hear it. Like, deathcore and, like, the heavier genres of music are made so that even if you don't quite get the lyrics first time, it's the passion and the intensity and everything else that's leading up to it that just makes the genre of music work all together, because you can feel the passion and pain and pleasure and everything else going through the way it's played, through the way it's sung, through everything else in the process. It's one of the things that I absolutely love about the genre itself, man. Even though Worm Shepherd are honestly like top like 3 fucking deathcore bands, like their meanings are so deep, like I've already said, and it's just crazy to like think about, to see, to witness it, like to understand it, to try to comprehend it on that first listen. It's just mind-blowing, to say the very least, man. So in time you shall realise ascension may only occur with the death of mankind in the palm of my hands, as in like maybe your ascension will only happen when I, this arbiter, this person looking over, has humanity in the cause of death. And frozen, I must send my horde of flies and ticks across the valleys and up through the streets to chip away. Like, yeah, it's going down to like to plagues and stuff like that. That's more Egyptian gods than it is Christian gods. Or maybe plagues happen. Did plagues happen in Christian gods too? I'm pretty sure they did. I know plagues are a common theme throughout a lot of the fucking like deities and gods throughout lots of history. So like, I get confused between like all of the different fucking plagues and destruction that these gods have like tried to go towards. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things that happens. And up to the streets to chip away at the tissue and cartilage of every survivor and wielder of swords. There is no war, a display of unworthy combatants wither before me. It is not a choice, the end draws near, there is no war. Or this is no war. A display of unworthy combatants wither before me, as in like, I am just that powerful and that above you, that above humanity, that you try to fight me, but there's nothing you can do. You wither and you age and you die and you break before me. There is nothing you can fucking do in the process. Without a choice for humanity, the end draws near. And shit, man, let's keep going. Ooh, man's going low. That vocal range is absolutely fucking insane, man. I'm sorry if I'm so quiet, I'm just experiencing this one, this is insane. Truly just. Fuck me, man, that's a voice and a half of it. Fuck me, man, that was awesome. That was worth waiting for. If there is a God, he will have to beg for my forgiveness, unknown. Yeah, exactly. That's so many, like... Just think about it. It's so true. I'm actually leaving it right there on the video because that's a perfect fucking quote to have on the video itself, man, but still. You know, when people talk to you about music and they're like... So, like, you know, when they try to explain the metal genres to you, and they're like, so you have power, death, black, symphonic, and then you have the cores, you have new metal, metalcore, deathcore, grindcore, and like black metal, what's the most evil? I'm like, nah, ain't it? Black and deathcore is the most evil out of all of them. Like, if you go to the level that Devin goes to, or to the level that Worm Shepherd goes to, then no, this totally equates black metal. Black metal is nothing compared to this in terms of like being evil, in terms of sounding evil, in terms of that kind of evil brutality that you think from that sounds like a fucking demon. That is fucking black and deathcore to a T. It is just so fucking brutal. It's so dark, it's so heavy, and it's just so crazy in terms of how it is like produced, how it's made, how like they make sounds that humans should never be able to make, but we can because it takes years and fucking years of practice in order to twist our voices to a point where we can do it. And all of that shit, man, but still. Fucking hell, let's go back through the lyrics very, very quickly. Sweep dust from my motionless hands collected, drawing cycles of lust. So, like, as it's like a god, like, as you know, like, gods like to impregnate people, like, Zeus used to impregnate women on Earth all the fucking time. It's how you have all of the half-gods like Hercules and others like that. The same with most of the other gods, too. They're only moving as of late, digging into brimstone, crying tears built upon broken trust. Like, yeah, like if this is being told from like a version of God, right, from like being a literal, like say like the Christian God, for instance, then like because he breaks people's trust on a daily basis, he allows war and famine, and he experiences it, he created it, he made it happen. Like, if you believe in this shit, you believe all the bad shit too. You don't believe that you just made good shit, right? You believe you made the cancers and the wars and the destruction and the agony and the pain and the suffering and the people who are fucking disabled and all of that shit. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just believe in the good. If you believe in one, you have to believe in the other. That's how the fuck it works. Ominous in nature, potential alliances snap at the sight of these dying eyes. Writhe in silence, shift my body in the dark. I awaken into the void, sprinting forwards, into its inviting mouth, cover my wings in soil, as in I make my wings black rather than white. Rip my carcass from the crust, home into the ether's arms, the bellows rung, echoing across the plains, engulfing the space between realities. Bravery is futile, the mirror harkens back to the throne of persistent justice, chewing through the barriers, to gorge upon the final remnants of absolution in the wake of soul, at the foot of the cross, at the foot of God himself, at the foot of Jesus and God and all of those deities that you've ever seen. And make them fucking beg, make them sing the absolutions to you for what they've made you suffer through. Because if me personally, if I would ever meet such a being, the first thing I would do would be to try to murder the psychopath that creature could actually be. I know it's not possible, but that would be my initial instinct. I wouldn't be judged by such a being that's so fucked up. I would try to murder it. Like, I wouldn't even give a fuck, man. It's so fucking destructive. It's crazy. It's narcissistic to the 10th degree, whichever the fuck way you want to go about it, and so on, man. But you can definitely, like, see, like, just how fucking deep into the mythologies it really is, how much it's more black metal than black metal, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so deep, it's so crazy, it's awesome. Lyrically, it's so deep. You can pull about 20 or 30 different fucking meanings from it, and it'll just work in every single way that you want to do it. As long as your meanings are very much, like, anti-religious in such a form, that you can kind of just pull lots of different ways that you want it out of it, and it's just such a great fucking song, well written, well made, just sick in every degree possible, man. Either way, I've been speaking for fucking way too long at this point, man. Have a wonderful day, evening, or night, and I will catch you guys in the very next video. Until then, take it easy.